Hey, this is Chad with Munday Scientific and Microscope Marketplace. Today we've got an Olympus BX51 for metrology. This one's set up with Brightfield and darkfield. Michael's going to come in, we're going to talk about it. So we've got the Microme 5 camera, Microme 5 Pro camera on here. This is one of our favorite cameras that we offer. Super fast frame rate, really fast refresh rate, excellent image, works in Brightfield, darkfield, fluorescence. This is just an all-around great camera, around $1,500 at the time of this video. It uses a 0.63 camera adapter. We're gonna show you how to take the camera adapter on and off. 3mm Allen wrench that's built into your scope. It's gonna be right here. Screw that adapter off. Just like that, very easy if you need to install this. So I like to show you in case you're buying these parts down the road and you need to add it to your existing microscope, how it works. So I'm gonna show you how to put that on. If you need to focus the camera lens, you would back this lock screw off and then you could focus it right here by turning this with the same 3mm Allen wrench. And once you get it to the desired place, lock it in by tightening that screw. You have a trinocular head, all the light to the eyepieces, splits the light between the eyepieces and the camera, all the light to the camera. 10x by 22mm field of view eyepieces. Diopter moves smooth to focus your eyes. If you need a little extra focus because you have a correction. Interpupillary distance moves like butter. To take the head on and off, we'll show you how to do that. Right there. That's how you take the head on and off. Very simple. While we have this off, I'll show you. You can put a 4mm Allen wrench in here. This is a 3. You put a 4. If you need to take this illuminator off, that's how you do so. It's these 4 screws. When you're putting it on, I'm going to show you really quick. Well, I'll give you an example. There's a piece of metal right here. It's a diagonal line. This has a piece of metal that's a diagonal line like this. So when you put this on, before you tighten it, you got to push back and to the left to make sure that's like a set pin, to make sure it's exactly aligned to the best of its ability. If you want to get really crazy, put a collimator on it, but Olympus did a great job at putting that set mark in there. So if you push it back to the left, it's going to be pretty much dead nuts every time. Let's put this head back on the illuminator and lock it in. You have a Brightfield, darkfield illuminator here. So Brightfield, darkfield. You also have a push-pull right here, depending on where you like to use it. You have a field stop and an aperture stop. If this has been aligned, but if you ever need to align them to make sure they're in the center of the field, to make sure your illumination is even, you align them by centering them. Same magic tool, this 3mm Allen wrench that's right here in your scope. You can align them right here. Same thing right here. So you notice that when you pull the rod, show that diagram, Michael, it's going to look like a little kaleidoscope. The diaphragm's going to close down on it, and it's going to look really sharp. It's going to sharpen the image. You can pull the aperture stop, get a little extra contrast if you need it. We're going to talk about the objectives. We have reflected light, UM-plan fluoride objectives with Brightfield and darkfield on there. The nose piece has the darkfield slot. Without this, it's not going to work. So if your nose piece is missing this, you're not going to be able to get proper darkfield. It rotates, or it goes off of the darkfield prism through here, and then the backs of the objectives. I'll show you what that looks like. Have the darkfield in them. So that BD means darkfield. So you got to have that or it's not going to work. In darkfield, it'll work fine for reflected light. We got a big wafer on here. We'll show you that later. Got a glass plate. This glass plate comes in and out. A lot of times these scopes will just be reflected light. This one has reflected and transmitted. If you want to change the transmitted, flip this switch right here. Reflected, transmitted. This has dual power supplies in here. I love this microscope. It's absolutely fantastic. You have a rheostat right here to turn the light up and down. You have a long working distance condenser here. If you want to take this out, it's this screw right here. To center the condenser, you're going to use these 2 screws. Very simple. All right. See, I went too high there on the I went past the stop limit and it knocked the glass plate out. So let's see here, you got your field diaphragm here, coarse and fine focus. These are neutral density filters and daylight blue filters. So see how the light turned like an orange hue? And then you can cut the light by putting those neutral density filters in. Very, very simple, very easy to use microscope. If you want to run the transmitted and halogen at the same, or excuse me, reflected and transmitted at the same time, you're going to need an external power supply, and you can run those at the same time looking at your image. But I know we ran through that quick. We've got a ton of videos on these 51s, but we wanted to show you really what the image looked like. That was the whole point of this. So we're going to go reflected light. I'm going to show the camera. I'm going to dial this in through the microscope because it's a little bit easier to go through the microscope. You can see this perfectly parfocal camera, and then the microscope, I'll dial it in through the eyepieces, and you can see it on the screen. We're going to show you what darkfield looks like. Look how good that image looks. It just looks awesome, man. It's so responsive, so fast. Excellent camera for this application. It's ready to go for DIC, so if you want to add an analyzer and a polarizer, and then the Wollaston prism here, you can get DIC on this scope if you want to do that. And then we also upgraded them to the long working distance. Look how much working distance. It doesn't seem like a lot, but typically that 100x is right against the wafer. This gives you a little extra space, which is nice. So you got the L means long working distance, so, and you have some extra space, so you're less likely to scratch your specimen or scratch your lens if you're working with something more abrasive. Computer went to sleep on me. So, but you can see how responsive the camera is. I can't say enough about these cameras. They're fantastic. But that's it. We just want to show you how to take it apart, put it back together, kind of give you an example of the microscope, bright field, dark field, reflected light, metrology work. So if you have any questions about this or you're interested in a scope like this, you can find it at Microscope Marketplace. You can always email us at info@mundaymicroscope.com. And if this video brought you value, please like and subscribe. Thanks.